got a chance to see the full season of Mobland on Paramount Plus. Let's talk about it right now. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thank you so much for spending time with me as we rant about movies, comic books, and television shows, as well as the occasional board game. I'm your host, Frank Zanka. I'm an award-winning screenwriter, novelist, and comic book writer, as well as a filmmaker. And yeah, we're going to talk about Mobland. It's got 10 episodes. Before we get started, remember to give me a like, give me a subscribe if you can. If you can't share this video out there, that would be amazing as well. Also, I am a writer myself, so if you'd like to read anything that I've written, remember, too, that you can go to Amazon.com and type my name in. You'll see my 4-novel series, Destiny Aurora, the sci-fi. And I have a fantasy novel called Tales of Ravenor the Iron Witch. And on top of that, we have now just launched my new graphic novel called Fairy Tales of Terror. It is on pre-launch on Kickstarter. You can go to the QR code right there, or you can go and hit the link in the description below and sign up, and it will notify you about when we launch. All right, so let's get started with Mobland. So I love mob stuff. I didn't realize this was like a British version of the mob, I guess. So that you have two kind of warring families that haven't really been at war for years. This is definitely a different role for Helen Mirren than we just saw in 1923. I haven't watched the other version, but from 1923. She is definitely a completely different character here. She has obviously a different accent. But on top of that, she is ruthless. She does things just to hurt people. It's crazy to see her do that, because it's like, what? You see her more as the loving, motherly type. Not in this one, man. Not in this one. She like causes war. It's crazy. We have also Eddie. So it's the Harrigans versus the Stevensons. And they actually get into drugs, and specifically fentanyl, which I'm really surprised they jumped into fentanyl. But I guess because the fact that, in the world today, it is, a big controversy about the drug getting into. In fact, my buddy's brother died from a fentanyl overdose. So it's I'm really surprised they went in that direction, but they are fentanyl distributors, this family. So they're not meant to be liked in any way, shape, or form. But the acting here is through the roof. I think it's produced by Tom Hardy as well. But Tom Hardy is the lead of this, but he is not the leader of the family. He's the lead of the show, but he's not the leader of the family. He is an enforcer. He's not a blood relative in this family. He and Kevin Harrigan were friends, childhood friends. They went to jail together or whatever, and I think he's the one who brought him into the family. The head of the family is Pierce Brosnan and Helen Mirren. So Conrad and Maud, or whatever her name was, Maeve. And so they're the rulers there, and then they have all their kids. And then he also had a kid with an Indian woman as well. So Helen Mirren's character really hates that girl. Because I guess that's a sign of his infidelity, but he loves her as well. But she's probably one of the smartest women in this thing. And then Tom Hardy is married to Jan, who I was very happy to see this actress. It's Joanne Froggatt from Downton Abbey. She was my favorite character in Downton Abbey. She played Anna Bates, and then there was only reason I ever knew his name was Mr. Bates. That's what he was going to do. But they were the best couple in all of Downton Abbey, and I love them. So it was great to see her again. She doesn't have the standout role that she has in Downton Abbey. This is more of a backseat role as Tom Hardy's wife, where she's not really involved with the family, as more of a complainer. And I'm kind of sorry to see that we're kind of wasting her talent on that kind of role. But the showrunner on this is Ronan Bennett. So he is the writer of Public Enemies, which is a movie that was quite a while ago. It's probably at least 10 years ago now, with Christian Bale and Johnny Depp. And yeah, so obviously he kind of gravitates towards these mob type of movies, but or projects. But the acting is very good, and the story doesn't really stagnate. And then you have this character Eddie, who's like Joffrey. That's the only thing he kind of reminds me of, Joffrey from Game of Thrones. But there's so many little pieces going on. And then you have Kat as well, who just was introduced to this. And so each episode does move. It was every Sunday it was coming out. And it's ended now. So if you want to binge it all, it's all up there on Paramount Plus. It starts out with the introduction of the characters, and then we have Richie, who is on the other side of this, and Conrad, which is Pierce Brosnan, is really kind of a dick. But we have people dying all over the place. We have Tom Hardy almost being like John Wick in some of these, where he's just taking on rooms full of people. Really, really good stuff throughout. I highly recommend this if you are a fan of the genre, because again, it doesn't play. It's not like a New York or a, Chicago thing. It takes place in England, so we get to see a little bit outside the country. It's not really Peaky Blinders, because Peaky Blinders took place, decades prior to this. But this is contemporary. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed this series. I got to give it like at least an 8 out of 10. And again, I love the genre. And I love the little assassinations. And he has to try to get them out of hot water completely. And his daughter ends up seeing like Joffrey, even though I think she was in control of that relationship more than he was. So we have all these little pieces going on. Of course, we also have the cops, and Toby Jones is in this too. And he's a cop with an edge, and doesn't really follow the rules. I kind of like that, where he was kind of playing all sides. He had his own little chess game going. Really, really good stuff. I don't want to give too much away about what happens. We have car bombs, we have guns all over the place, and it keeps it moving. It doesn't stagnate, which is what I like, because it could have stagnated, but it didn't. And the 10th episode does wrap up to a certain degree. The external battle, it kind of wraps up, and then it moves into an internal battle within the family, and that's what probably the next season's going to be. But really, really, if you're a fan of the actors, it's worth watching, because they're playing completely off type, all of them, except for Hardy. Hardy's played this kind of role before, but the others have not. Really good stuff. Anyway, definitely check it out on Paramount Plus. Highly recommend, and yeah, let me know what you guys think, if you guys like it, if you watched it, etc. Again, Helen Mirren's character, wow. I usually like the stuff, that she plays. Not this one, man. I hate her character. You're supposed to hate her character, but wow. Anyway, remember to give me a like, give me a thumbs up if you can. If you can, share this video out there. That would be great too. Also, check out Fairy Tales of Terror, my new graphic novel, on Kickstarter right now. The pre-launch page is up. You can get notified. Click the QR code, or click the link in the description below, and check it out. If you can support, please do. All right, that's it for me. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye-bye.